Hey guys, I'm back. I'm now planting the fields that I disked last week. This is a field of my uncle's that I'm planting now, and then I'm going to go down and do the ones of my dad's that I showed in the video of me disking last week. So we use our grain drill, what we used to plant the wheat. And it's 30 feet wide. We go about 6 miles an hour, so we can cover a lot of ground with this thing. You can see that's how much I've done. Got a long ways to go. And this field has very short runs, so all you do is turn around. And I did try going the opposite way of the corrugates. That would be really nice. Be nice long runs. But we didn't stir the soil enough with the disc, and the corrugates are still too rough. The tractor goes over them fine, but that drill gets hopping real bad. So we have to go with the corrugates and just deal with turning around every 20 seconds. Well, now we made it to this little hill here, and it's got rock that's fairly shallow. So we're gonna slow way down. That's what we have to do over this rock, because if we go too fast, it'll start damaging the equipment. Throughout that last little stretch, I was trying to show you guys, and I guess listen for myself, see if I could hear the discs on the drill hitting buried rock. And I couldn't hear anything, so we might not be going deep enough to actually have to worry about hitting any rock. I know with the disc I was, but with this drill, we don't have it going very deep because it's really tiny seeds, and that's what makes it nice. We don't have to put much in this planter, and it's going to do a pretty decent amount of acres before we run out. So this is a mixture of turnips, radishes, and collards. And I think that's a purple top turnip, daikon radish, I believe is how you say that, and then just the collards. Collards I had never heard of until we started planting this stuff, and it's the same type of plant kind of as a turnip and a radish. It's a crunchy root plant thing, and it's just a long cylinder thing. So yeah, Google it. Google knows. Well, I made it through that hill on all the rock. I always loved this part of the field. from the rock pile or the hill over there over to the end, because there's no rock and it's the longest runs. So it's definitely the nicest part of the field. And now we'll be done here in probably another half hour or so. So this tractor, I'm in this 8230, has this cool feature called automatic power shift. I'm in 12th gear, and if we push it, then, oh, it didn't go that time. Didn't give it long enough. But if we can push it, see, it's set at 12. So now, when we reactivate the GPS, there's a little symbol right there, right under that 11. And now, if we just throttle up, it'll automatically shift to 12th gear. And then, if we were to throttle back, you can see my RPM's going down there. Say downshift to 11, there it went to 10. And then you just speed back up. So, as long as you don't have to slow down more than that, you can just speed up and slow down with the throttle, and you don't even have to touch the shifter. So I discovered that earlier this year doing spring tillage, and I think it's pretty slick. Okay, so we're coming up to the end here, and we can see this in action. So if you look here, throttling back, get downshift to 11th gear, and then I can turn around. I throttle back a little more, downshift to 10 for me. Then if we turn GPS back on, lower the drill down, then throttle back up, it'll shift back up, and away we go. Having something like that, it's not a necessity. You could totally live without it. I mean, we're lucky enough now to have cabs on our tractors. I mean, I don't know if I could live without a cab, but I could live without the automatic power shift. But just having that as an option to use, it really is nice. It's the automation in these, it just makes operating the equipment that much easier. Going around the end of the field now. Or I actually did the top first, and now I just have to go down the bottom, down along here. If I were planting wheat, I'd be running that drill right up next to the ditch and making sure I don't leave any ground bare. And then I'd have to make a second pass over there to get any skips. But since this is just for cows to graze, we'll try to pull away from the ditch a little bit, and then there's just a little gap that'll be bare on each side of the drill. But anyways, just gotta go down and around, and then we're done with this field. Go to the next one. This is what we're planting. You can see the different seeds. There's two of the types that are both the black seeds, and they don't really look too different. And then there's the red ones. They're obviously different. But I was just seeing how much I had. This unit looks pretty good. This one's kind of in the middle. Then this one is running a little bit heavier than the others, so I turned them all down so they don't plant quite as heavy, because this is putting out a decent amount of seed. So we're gonna go back to the shop. It's just right over there, and use the last of the seed we have to fill this up again, and I guess then we'll hope it lasts. Okay, so to fold this up, we come over here, use these two hydraulics. This first one raises and lowers it's underneath there. It's actually what puts the seed in the ground. Then to fold, come over here to number 3, and then it brings one unit in, and then the other one, and then use number 2, and it lifts the whole thing up. Like that. Now we're ready to go. Okay, found where I need to be. I've done these first 3 towers of the pivot, and I got 3 more to go, and it's the 3 that are farther out, meaning that there's more acreage under them. So now to unfold, we have to lower it. I like to lower it down. You don't have to, but I do, to there. And there's these 2 little handles right there, and they lock those sides down so that they can't bounce out when you're transporting them. So we have to go and unhook those. Just these. You see they lock the pin down in there. So you have to push this out and put this little block here in the that, push it like that. There we go. Now they're out of the way. Now we can lower the frame down more, and then these come up and over and out. Okay, we're back up in the tractor. So now we can set it down the rest of the way. See it, those pins came up out of there, and now they can come away. Like that. And now we're ready to go. So these tractors, or the ones around the age of this one, so around 2005, come with this thing. It's kind of like the automatic power shift, but it's IMS, or Implement Management System. And this allows you to program the tractor to do functions on its own. And all you do to make it do those functions, which I have it set up to do some for this grain drill, is you use this little switch right here. So I'm coming up here to the end. I'm going to push it forward. It's going to shift me down to 10th gear, and it just raised up the drill. And as I bring it around, all I'm doing is steering. I hook GPS back up, and then just load it all down, and it just shifted me back up to 12th gear, and I didn't do anything. All I did was push this switch forward. And all you do to set this up is, you can see here, there's an on-off, and all you do, that just does exactly what it says. That's how you turn it on. And then here it says learn and save. So when you want to make a new sequence, you push learn, and then it'll bring it up on this screen which number do you want it on? Do you want it to be on 1 or 2? And so this one that I have is on 1. So when I made it, I clicked it forward for 1, and then it says to record sequence. And then basically all you do is when it's learning, all you have to do is just drive like you normally would, and then you push save, and then every time you push this, it will repeat those actions. So it's really easy to set up, and I really like using it. It's just another thing like the automatic power shift. If you didn't have it, you'd survive. I wouldn't. You wouldn't really be begging for it, but since it's here, you might as well use it, and it really is handy. So I'm coming up to the end again. I ran the switch, just lifted up my drill, and also downshifted. I just have to activate the GPS, and then it'll shift back up. It just lowered them all down back there. Shifts me back up, and away we go. So I got that field over there done, the pivot, and I ended up just driving through this ditch that's right here and into this field. So I just got down here to the end of the field and unlocked it there so we can unfold again, because I had to fold up to get through the ditch. Anyways, I don't know if we'll have enough seed to do this whole field, but we'll get done what we can. I think that will be the end of this video. I'm gonna go and fold up and take this tractor back to our shop, and I'm happy we got done what we did, because as you can see, there are some clouds in the area, and I know there's rain to the west of us, kind of northwest, but I don't know if we'll be getting some here shortly. But anyways, thanks for watching.